What's up, everybody? It's your boy. Today, we are back with another video. We got Madden playing in the background. It's not going to be as loud as last time, since I've became a better YouTuber. But today we are doing a mock draft. I only have 12 minutes to work with, because that's how long this gauntlet video is for. So, with the first pick, Jacksonville Jaguars. Now for the top 10, I have, of course, team, name, position, college, and then their height and weight. I only did their position in college, and of course player and team for the other ones. But anyways, number one is, of course, Trevor Lawrence. I mean, he's the best quarterback coming out. 6'6". I mean, he's a beast. But number two, New York Jets have Zach Wilson. This does have trades, but we don't see trades until pick 13. But yeah, quarterback, BYU. Anybody knows his name. He's he's a big guy, 6'3", 225. But yeah. And number three, Miami, Penei Sewell, offensive tackle, Oregon. He's super big, 6'6", 331. But he really just doesn't allow sacks. And he allows some big runs to happen, has some big blocks. Now, number four, this is where it starts to become controversial. I have Atlanta taking Justin Fields. With people like Matt Ryan being inside of trade rumors, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets traded. So I had to take a sip of water. But also, I wouldn't be surprised if they just try to draft a successor for whenever Ryan's gone in maybe 1 to 2 years. Justin Fields will step in there and, he'll be great. He'll almost be like the Aaron Rodgers of the Falcons. And then we have Kyle Pitts for Cincinnati. Now, I know that the Eagles want him, but if he really is this so good player, he would go to Cincinnati. Another great weapon for Joe Burrow. He's 6'6", 240. He can really line up outside, but he also makes some good blocks. But this is where it gets a little controversial. At 6, I have Philadelphia taking Jamar Chase. Now, this is not what I want, but remember, we have Howie Roseman. But yeah, wide receiver, he's 6 foot, 205. I mean, we passed on Justin Jefferson, so we may pass on another LSU demon, but who knows. At number 7, we got Detroit. They're taking Devonta Smith. He's just a great player. He's a little small. He's only 5'10", I think like 180. But I think that he can put on some muscle, and he'll be great on deep routes. And also, he has some crisp route running. Number 8, we have Carolina taking Trey Lance. Teddy Bridgewater's going to be gone, probably. And even if Teddy Bridgewater isn't gone, I think that this is a situation kind of like Josh Allen, where, he'll slowly progress into a superstar, but he'll get the keys to an offense early. But, yeah. And number 9, we have Denver taking Patrick Surtain. They have a nice front. Von Miller, Bradley Chubb and stuff, but once they get and their safeties are good, but once they get those corners, that's really whenever you get a complete defense, and that's what's really going to save them. At number 10, we have Dallas. They're going to take Rashawn Slater. Now, he's big too, 315 pounds. He's from Northwestern. A lot of people can say that he's better than Penei Sewell. I'm not part of the Rashawn Slater fan club, if that's what you would call it. But, yeah, he's good. I can't say nothing about him except for he is very good, okay? At number 11, we have New York, and they're going to take Micah Parsons. I know that they need a receiver, but I feel like they're going to try to beef up a core. And Micah Parsons is the guy. Number 12, I have San Francisco taking Caleb Farley. Missed Richard Sherman last year. Missed a few other good corners, but I think that'll fit into the rotation. He'll be a nice guy to replace Sherman whenever he's gone, and I think that he can be a really good player. At number 13, we have our first trade. Los Angeles traded with Arizona. Los Angeles does have the 16 pick now. But yeah, and they're going to select Jalen Waddle, wide receiver. You know, he drops down this far, so I think that their only thing is to take him. But yeah. At number 14, we have Minnesota. At number 14, we have Minnesota. They're going to take Elijah Vera Tucker. I think that the reason why this is really like a good pick is just because they've been needing O-linemen. Ever since Phil Lodeholt gone, they never had a good lineman. Okay, and I think that Elijah Vera Tucker could be their first guy. I think that he can be like a Garrett Bowles, and that's not just because of the holds. But yeah, Jets, I have them trading with New England, swap 8 spots, and probably also a late round pick that we're not going to get into since this is only the first round. And they're going to take Christian Darrisaw. He really just doesn't allow anything big to happen on the other side of where he blocks. He can be next to Big Mekhi Becton. But yeah, Los Angeles, because remember they traded with Arizona, they get Gregory Rousseau. Melvin Ingram's probably going to be gone, and they want another guy that's going to be, like Melvin Ingram, but also just a pair with Joey Bosa. So that's why I have them taking Rousseau. Number 17, we have the Raiders. They're going to take Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. I don't think that that's the way that you pronounce his name, but great linebacker. That's all that I'll say. Number 18 is Miami. They're going to be taking Zaven Collins, linebacker. Tulsa, he's just... I didn't watch too much of him. I just saw him on a lot of draft boards because who really watches Tulsa? But, from what I know, he's just a consistent tackler, and he's good inside the run and pass. Washington, they're going to be taking Mac Jones in 19. Now, this one was a hard choice, but I think that it's the right choice. I don't think that Heineke is their starter. Sorry, Sport Forever. Also, yeah, my guy Sport Forever started up a channel. I think that I said that already, but Chicago, J.C. Horn. I think that they're going to try to strengthen up the other side of Kyle Fuller. I know that Bryce Callahan had a good year, but let's admit it, Bryce Callahan is not the answer. At number 21, we have Indianapolis taking Jalen Mayfield. I know that they kind of need a quarterback. But I think that Mayfield is going to replace Anthony Costanzo very well. That would actually be probably my NFL comparison would be Anthony Costanzo. Because he's, there's nothing really to say about all these old linemen. Except for, they all just don't allow stuff. The thing about Sewell is that he doesn't allow stuff, and he's also amazing as a run blocker, But yeah, Tennessee's going to take Jalen Phillips, edge rusher, He's great. He can just burst off the line, and he always gets to the quarterback, never misses a tackle. But yeah, I watched a bit of Miami. At 23, New England, because remember, their trade with the Jets, they're going to take Nick Bolton. He's a linebacker out of Missouri. I think that they're, they got to beef up their linebacker core after losing Kyle Van Noy. Donta Hightower, is getting into the veteran stages of his career. He probably just passed his prime. And then Pittsburgh is going to take Azeez Ojulari. I think that Pittsburgh is going to lose Bud Dupree, so I think that he's the guy. I don't have so much to say about him. Jacksonville is going to take Travis Etienne at 25 because I think that Jacksonville is, they're going to ride off of Trevor Lawrence because that's all that they got, and he's probably going to want his own running back. But, yeah, Cleveland's going to have Kwity Paye, edge rusher from Michigan. Another side of Myles Garrett would be perfect because Olivier Vernon is getting old and he's not going to last forever. Baltimore is going to get Levi Onwuzurike. I don't know how to say his name, but he's a defensive tackle from Washington. I didn't really watch too much Washington. I just know that they need a defensive tackle because of them losing Michael Pierce, and Brendan Williams is getting old. And I know that they're going to try to, replace defense with more defense because that's what they've done over time, and it's worked. All right, New Orleans is going to try to get the other side of Marshawn Lattimore that they've been missing in Ofito Melifonwu. Again, I don't know if that's how you say his name. And as you see here, we're going to go into some dead screen for a second. But, yeah. He's a good guy. But yeah, there's nothing really that I saw with him. Philadelphia is going to trade with Green Bay, get the 29th pick, which is just going to include a second from this year and probably like a fourth. But yeah, and they're going to get Joseph Ossai, edge rusher from Texas. He's just a good player that it seems like Philly would trade up for. Because it's Howie Roseman, he wants another 19th edge rusher. At 30, Buffalo's going to take Najee Harris. The other side to, this explosive offense. At 31, Kansas City. Now, this is a reach, I know, but I think that they're going to take Landon Dickerson, Alabama center. He is just a good player. And then 32 is going to be Tampa Bay, and they're going to take Kyle Trask because they're going to want someone to learn from Tom Brady. And whenever you don't have any holes on a team, you become a quarterback factory. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure that you like and subscribe, and bye.